What's up, everybody? Is this thing on? I think it is. What's going on, people? How you doing? Let's get a tweet out nice and quick. Dearest yet Marvel champions. I don't really know what to say. I should have thought about that before going live, huh? Whoops. All right, let's say, the Aegon grind is about halfway over. How ya holding up? No. Leave. Okay. Do we need one of those little apostrophes? There we go. How you holding up? Tweet. What's up, everybody? Let's get to the grind. We don't have any time to waste at all because, as I just said, the Aegon grind, we're only halfway through it. And I'm doing okay, you know what I mean? I'm at a little under 29 million right now. It's kind of where I expected to be at this point. So, we're making good progress, but we can't slow down. The shine, my eyes. I'm sorry, Hunter. Did the AI just actually get smart? Said the AI stop attacking while Maw had falter 4 times in a fight. Whoa. Then the AI waited till Yellow Jacket's power sting expired before throwing a special. Oh, that's kind of how it's always been with Yellow Jacket. I don't know if that's... Whoops, I didn't have sound on. I don't know if that's intentionally programmed that way, or if it's just sometimes the AI is stingy with their specials. But it certainly at least feels like the AI waits for power sting to be off before throwing their specials. The falter thing is interesting, though. What is up with early bird grinding for Aegon? What do you mean, what's up with it? I gotta get this guy, dude. It's frickin' Aegon, man. It's not that early, too. I mean, yeah, I guess the early bird special is kind of an afternoon thing. Hello, BG. Nice hair. Thank you very much. Takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. Glad someone notices. Good luck with your Aegon grind. Thank you all do. We haven't updated to iOS 11, missing a few cool features. I am on iOS 11. Well, I've updated to 12? What are they on right now? I think they're on 13, right? I haven't updated to 13. I heard it was buggy a while back. I'm assuming they got rid of the bugs. I'm assuming they sorted all that stuff out because I haven't heard anybody complain about that in months. But right when iOS 13 hit, man, it was like pretty rough. Why'd you stop doing Act 6? You're looking at the reason right here, man. I'm grinding for Aegon. Aegon grind is consuming all of my time at the moment. Jesse J, 705, Jesse. Thank you, man. Saying, did my 4-star Aegon by accident. I was duped my 4-star Aegon by accident. 43 4-star. 6 5-star. 39 days in. By the way, vodka is still good. Slap. Jesse, thank you very much, dude. Well, congrats on getting that Aegon awakened. Good stuff, man. 1 slap coming your way. Let me just make sure I don't lose this fight. Of course, the fight where I take my hands off the wheel. Of course, it is a Killmonger. This annoying dude right here, man. Get some power drains going. I'll have to bait out any more of these specials. But Jesse, slap. Thank you very much. Appreciate the 5. Normal Norman Sizzle sent it over 5 as well, saying I posted my cav opening on the tweet you just posted. It's worth the look. Trust me. Alright, let's go take a look. I don't have any tweet here yet. Sometimes it takes a second for them to come through. Actually, do you have your settings set to private or anything like that? Because I looked this way. So I see there's one comment on my tweet here, but when I click on it, nothing. So, I don't know what's going on. I can try checking back in a minute, but yeah, I've actually got nothing. Thank you very much for the 5, though. Alex Howell sending over $1. Thank you very much. Give me 1 sec. Oh wait, comments right there. Hey BG, opened my 3rd 6-star 2 days ago. It was Torch. 2nd was King Groot. 3rd was Ghost. Does she need to be awakened to be useful? She does not. She is extremely powerful, even unawakened. Her awakened ability is nice because you get additional power, and then, of course, her specials can be devastating. You can just end fights with them. But she does not need to be awakened. It's only a bit of extra power gain that she has with that. So yeah, man, congratulations. I'd say you're 2 for 3 on the 6 stars, man. Really good stuff. Let me update the big old D. There we go. Whoops. Okay. All right, let me check back on the Twitter real quick. No, I still can't see the tweet. So, yeah. I don't know if it's something in your settings or something just Twitter's bugging out for some reason, but I can't see it, Norman. Did you lose the streak yet? No, I did not lose my streak. I actually came close last night because I was falling asleep as I was playing. I was trying to get through my 5 stars right before I went to sleep, and man, I had one eye closed the entire time, you know. Sometimes 2 eyes closed. BG, are you trying to get around 75 to 80 mil? But it's halfway for the time, so aren't you behind? I'm not really sure what I'm trying to get to. I don't really have a goal in mind in terms of points. I'm just putting up as high a score as possible without refreshing with units. Well, I mean, it's kind of the only way to refresh. I mean, technically, I might have some refreshes from, I don't know, something they handed out for free, but either way. Also, even though it's halfway, like time-wise, if I decide to stay up, on the last night, you do get extra time, and even like right before the arena is about to end, you could run your 5 stars and 6 stars 1 additional time. So the end stretch there, you get to put up a bit more. Timothy Connors hitting that new member button. Timothy, thank you very much. Welcome. Please enjoy your banana along with all these fantastic custom emojis that you now have access to. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it, man. Oh my goodness, I'm getting destroyed by another Killmonger. Are you serious? Come on, man. Who puts this guy in the arena? He's so annoying with all his crit resistance. Can't deal any damage to this guy. Especially when I'm using Morning Star with 1 soul. Ugh. Annoying. Alright, anyway. Timothy, thank you very much. Norman Sizzle sent over 2 saying, okay, I just made my account public. Ah, okay. So that was the thing. You may have to send the tweet again, because, yeah, I think everything before you made it public is still private, because I still don't see a tweet attached to that one. So, send it again. Timothy, whoa, sent over 15. Timothy Connors with the 15, saying, how do you complete Act 5? Well, you just got to have the right champions to get the job done. Of course, this game is more than just having the right champions, though. It's also about experience and knowledge of the fights and all that. Really, you don't need that many skills for Act 5. As long as you're good with parries, you know, and you got the right champions ranked up, you can get through it. Are you having trouble with something specific, though? Because I'm not sure exactly how to answer that, if I'm being honest. If you're having trouble with a specific quest, I can maybe give some guidance, some advice on how to beat that quest. You know, depending on like a lot of people have trouble with the Masochism quest, which is Act 5, Chapter 2, Quest 4. If that's where you're stuck, I can try to give some advice specific to that, or anywhere else really. Big Boy said it over $1, saying hello BG. Big Boy, thank you very much. Oh wait, no, here we go. You had a different message. Should I 550 Blade or Nick Fury? Both awakened. When it comes to 550, I would recommend Blade. I actually kind of think Nick Fury might be the stronger 5-star. Well, I don't even know if that's true. They're kind of close when it comes to 5 stars. They both have their uses, but when it comes to 4 stars, I would say for sure you want to go with Blade because it's just all Killmongers all the time right now. Oh, because it's the same guy. I just realized I'm fighting the same guy over and over. But yeah, when it comes to 4 stars, I'd highly recommend Blade, especially when he's awakened. This way you can heal. You've got that healing awakened ability to use. Thank you very much for the $1 though, Big Boy. Jesse J sending over 11 more, dude. Jesse J, thank you, Sam. By the way, wants to go towards the new Lola puppy fund. You and Laura are great puppy parents. Thanks, man. I don't know if we're gonna be getting another puppy, but I do appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Update. This is a big old D. Norman sent another 2 saying, okay, I sent it again. If you can't see it, I give up. Alright, let's see. Okay. Nope, we got it this time. So what do we got? Whoa, what the? That's a lot of guillotine 2099s. All 5 of them? I'm flabbergasted, dude. Huh. All 5 of them. 2 3 stars. 4, 5, 6. That's crazy. In order too. I don't know if it automatically puts it that way, but that is some crazy luck right there, man. Well, congrats. I'd say you got what you wanted if you were. I mean, I'm assuming that's a featured 2099 crystal. Otherwise, that would be even crazier. But still, that's pretty nutty. But yeah, congrats, man, and thank you very much for the support. All right, let me see. Timothy, did you happen to put anything else in the chat? Let me see. Okay, I still don't see anything else. If you do have a question about something specific towards Act 5, though, like I said, definitely ask about that, just because it's a bit hard to say without knowing exactly where you're at, how to give some guidance and help. Pooba the Great, send it over $1. Pooba the Great, thank you very much. Saying, hey BG, how you doing? Question, why is it when I watch you, I'm always bombarded with Manscaped commercials? Are you trying to tell me something? Pooba the Great, I'm pretty sure those ads are tailored based off of your search or something like that. I mean, they're not always accurate, because I used to get hit with what's it called? With weed commercials, basically. Where they were like, oh man, it's been so long since I've seen one, I can't remember the name of it now. But every time I opened up YouTube, it was, oh, I think it was like Dank's Wonder Emporium or something like that. I think that was the name of it. And yeah, I'd never searched for that, but I don't know. I think that's how ads work, at least. They try, at least. But Poopa the Great, thank you very much for the buck. Maybe it's just the internet trying to tell you something, dude. It ain't me. Going for Awakening Gem in the Rift event. Out of these champions, who should I awaken? Cat, Marvel, Colossus, Hype, and Domino. No suicides on 5.3. Okay, definitely not Domino. Domino, it's more of a defensive ability than anything. Between Cat, Marvel, Colossus, and Hype, that's pretty tough. I don't have a ton of experience with Cat Marvel. I know she's a great champion and everything, and I know people do awaken her. I'm not sure exactly how important the awaken ability is. I swear, sometimes I've seen a couple clips where the awaken ability is nice and it saves them and everything. I feel like a lot of time the awaken ability doesn't really come into play. I honestly think all three of those champions can be played on awakens to some extent, although the awaken ability for them is all really nice. And none of those champions need suicides or anything, so that's good. Good there. It's a tough call, man. I think there's some personal preference at play there. And I'm not exactly sure which one of those three would be best for you, but they're all amazing champions. I'm not sure what I would do in that situation myself. I've used Hyperion the most out of those three, but like I said, I also don't have a Cat Marvel, so could be a little bit biased if I say Hyperion. Chris sent over 2 saying, read upcoming messages. Okay. Brian, oh boy, do I have a story for you. Okay. Is this going to be spaced out across like 50 messages though, man? Hold on. Is it already out there? Hold on, let me see. Where is it? Nope, that's your last message. So... okay, I'll wait on that, I guess. Alright, Q-Tip 705. Q-Tip, thank you very much, man. Saying, Daystream, wah! Fighter of the Night Stream, wah! Champion of the Sun. You're a master of karate. Can I get copyright strike for singing this? Who cares? You're a master of karate and friendship for everyone. Oh, man. Good, always sunny. Q-Tip, thank you very much. Steel sending over a buck. Steel, thank you, dude. Where are you at? Last one is no better feeling than completing 3 paths and 6.2.5 itemless on my first try. What? Hashtag Doom Slaps. Hashtag Act 6 Ghost Cheese. P.S. Brian, will you marry me? Hey, if you could finish the rest of the quest on your first try without any items, only on your first try. Well, I still gotta say no because Laura will stab me in the eyeball, I think. So, I'm gonna have to say no, but that's an awesome job, man. Pretty sick. Good stuff. Man, I really want to try Doom on that Mordo. It sounds awesome. Jesse sending over another buck saying I'll start out big D'ing Lassardian to get new puppy. Well, I'm sorry, man. It's probably not happening. Thank you very much, Jesse. Appreciate it, man. LT Pokemon Nation sending over buck. Thanks, man. saying, hey, I got a question. Should I invest in Namor or awaken my 5-star Iron Man Infinity War? I would definitely invest in Namor over Iron Man Infinity War. Iron Man's a good champion. But, well, okay. What do you mean invest in? I need to back things up a little bit. Because I don't know exactly what you mean by invest in. Does that mean rank up materials? Is it a generic gem we're talking about and both champions are unawakened? Need some clarification here. But I'll give a breakdown on the two champions either way. So Iron Man Infinity War, he's a great champion. Doesn't really need to be awakened to play him offensively. The awakened ability, it's a nice little safety, but otherwise, you know, it's not really necessary. Because it's only a 15% health or lower type of an awakened ability. And ideally, you've got more health than that. Namor's a great champion. He sort of needs high sig level. You can use him in fights where his signature ability doesn't really even have any effect, and Namor can do some strong burst damage and everything like that, and you know, he's still useful in those situations. But what people really like Namor for is his awaken ability. So depending on where you're at in the game, how long you've been playing, things like that, he doesn't necessarily need to be awakened if he's one of your first few 5-stars, and he is still worth ranking up, and I would totally recommend it. If you have been playing this game for a while, you've got like, I don't know, 60 plus 5-stars or something like that. Well, Namor, you might not find much use for him unless you have him awakened and at a fairly high sig level. So I hope some of that helps. Oh wait, you sent over another 2 saying, awaken, I really don't have good champion for 6.2. Okay, so you are deep into the game. Got it. Just a Cavalier and played the game in 2 years. Okay, alright. Yeah, well, so Namor's great. Namor's a really strong champion, but it's mostly Namor's awaken ability that makes him super strong. Oh, by the way, little disclaimer. Yeah, in case you guys are curious, saw somebody respond to somebody who was asking about it. I'm in the content creator program. I don't actually get to keep this Black Widow. I have temporary early access. I cannot use her in the arena or any other competitive mode for that matter. It's just for the purposes of making a video, and then I give the champion back. Or they take the champion back, really. Because whether I want it to or not, they will come looking for this Black Widow. But anyway, Namor's a great champion. It's just when it comes to 6.2, you know, I did use Namor a little bit in one of the quests, the 4th quest, even where like his awaken ability didn't really matter. It was just the type of node that they had like a shield on him. It was kind of nice to be able to deal burst damage while waiting for the shield to go down, kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't invest too highly in him unless you can get him awakened and relatively high sig level. We're talking like, I don't know, like 150 plus kind of sig levels. Otherwise, I'd recommend going with other champions. Of course, I don't know which champions you have. If you said you haven't been playing for 2 years, missed out on a lot of the newer champions. So Namor might still be just the best champ you have for right now. That could totally be the case. So, but compared to, let's just say, all the champions in the game, Namor is not as useful unless he's awakened and high sig. Nick, what's up, dude? What's up, BG? Are you going for a skill jump from the Rifts? Nah, man, I'm thinking about doing a double grind. I've got a generic gem. I've got a couple of generic 5-star gems. If something happens and let's say I miss on round 1, well, then I'll be grinding round 2, going even harder in round 2, and popping a generic or something like that. I actually don't even know if... okay, so about Aegon here. So I have a 6-star Aegon. And there's a 6-star Nexus Crystal for completing Act 6 100%. And if it was like... I don't know... Aegon, Groot, Drax. Like, obviously, I'm going Aegon. Honestly, even if there's some pretty good champions, I might just pick Aegon because he's amazing, right? But point is, I could get Aegon. And if I got Aegon Awakened as a 6-star, then I wouldn't even be ranking up my 5-star. So I'm actually going to hold off a little bit on ranking Aegon when I first get him. And then I'll complete Act 6, which shouldn't take too much longer. I'm a little bit, I think I'm a little bit more than halfway done with Act 6 at this point. Something like that. And then, yeah, we'll see what happens with those rewards and kind of decide everything from there. Whoops, that was an accidental heavy, but it worked out. Chris, send over another buck. I'm sorry, man. I meant to go back and read your story. Is there a story? Is it finally here? Typing, give me a minute. Okay. Let's see. Alright, at the end of your stream last night, I was looking at my arena score for Aegon. I realized that I would need to spend a lot of time in units to get him because I didn't have enough 5-star boost to refresh. So I decided to give up and spin Aegon Cavaliers instead. Spent about 4k units on them and pulled slash duped 5-star Loki, Mysterio, and Ghost Rider of 12 Cavs, no Aegon. So I was pretty sad. Then I decided to use all of my incursion shards to get 5-star basic hero crystals. Pulled Sentry, duped Namor, and Aegon, dude. All right, man. the Hail Mary with the incursion shards. Nice, man. Congrats. Grind over. Yeah, sweet. Good stuff, dude. Good stuff. Just Jace sent over to the Bucks saying pup response is fair. In game, just dupe 4-star Aegon. Put off uncollected, have Aegon sigged up to 50 out of 99, or should I keep putting resources in? Only have 5 stars, no game breakers. You know, I don't think Aegon needs the highest sig levels. If you're using him questing a bunch at the moment, well, the sig levels are nice, but I mean, who else do you really need to invest skill sig stones into as a 4-star? I mean, Blade would be nice, I suppose, if you got him. I think it's all right if you keep. I mean, I wouldn't throw generic sigs into him, but if you get more skill ones, and you're actually using Aegon for like regular questing and stuff, yeah, sure, I'd throw it in there. Get some additional combos, get through the quests a little bit faster. I'd totally do that. Jesse, thank you very much. LT Pokemon Nation sending over another 2 saying, actually, hold on, let me get this champions loaded in. Need to start mixing in my rank 2s down here. I was doing it before a little bit, but we got plenty more rank 2s to go, just to make sure we're safe. But okay, LT Pokemon Nation sent over another 2. Saying, I send you my list of champions on Discord if you like. I don't really use Discord like that. I mean, you could always send stuff over on Twitter. But to be honest, it gets kind of tough to like look through entire rosters and pick out champions like that and stuff. If you send it over right now, I can take a quick look and try to give you a little bit of guidance. But yeah, it's not always that easy, to be totally honest with you. Thank you very much for another 2. Kale sent over another 2 pounds. Or 2 pounds, sorry. Kales, thank you very much. Well, let me get through this fight too. Good. No, not quite yet. Okay, hey BG, thinking I'll use the chronometer thing to go for 5-star skill jump for Nick Fury. Would it be worth it? I have him at rank 4 already and use him a lot of time with Cat Marvel. She's already duped. Yeah, I'd say absolutely. Nick Fury doesn't really need anything beyond Sig level 1 as well, so if you got a skill awakening gem and you're already using Cap Marvel, yeah, I'd say that's completely worth it and a good idea. Thank you very much for the 2. Are you refreshing at all this grind? No. 0 refreshing. If Aegon goes higher than I expect and I miss, well then I'll refresh during round 2 or something. But no, I'm gonna do this one. I could be totally wrong. So like I'm not trying to give anybody advice on, you know, where to stop your grind for Aegon. I've got my prediction in the description. It's 54 million that I think he's gonna go. But it's really just a guess. The reason for that again is just because a lot of people already have Aegon. You know, he's not a new champion. There might be a lot of buzz around Aegon because of course it's Aegon. But a lot of the people who do these types of grinds, they already did this grind a long time ago. And a lot of people who regret not doing that grind, they might have already got Aegon out of a just a normal 5-star crystal, you know. So I don't think the cutoff's gonna be that high, but of course I'm gonna put up as high a score as I possibly can without refreshing. So it'll for sure be over 60 million. I just don't know how much higher than 60 mil it'll be. Okay. Let me see. I think. Well, yeah, we got some annoying defenders in the arena today. A bunch of killmongers and things. Alright, let me see, where did I leave off on these super chats? Thank you for all the super chats, guys. I don't think I saw Jesse's. Did I see Jesse's already? Okay, yeah, here we go. I do have Blade unduped. I'm talking more about tier 4 alphas, taking him to rank 5. Tier 4 basics or class? Is that what you're talking about? Because the 4-star doesn't take any alphas, so you must be talking about those. I'd say yeah, it's worth it. Sure. I mean, as long as he's like your main champion that you're using, you know, it does depend a bit on how frequent they're using Aegon. I don't have experience to say from like a new account perspective to say you know, exactly how much Aegon comes in handy. Like, obviously he's a strong champion, but going through a lot of the earlier quests, they're not quite as long, where you'd get to really build up his combo and take advantage of all of his abilities and things like that. So, if you are using him, and you are finding him to be useful, then I'd say, yeah, it's totally worth the investment. If you do find yourself using other champions and you're just occasionally using Aegon, then I wouldn't bother. But dude, thank you very much for another buck. World's Finest Dudes send over a buck. Thank you very much. Find yours in 1 sec here. Let's see. Whoops. If you're at a Windows ding, do not check your computer. That was me. Okay. Here we go. Pulled 5-star Ghost last night after duping my 5-star Beardo. Are there any Ghost videos I should watch? And is she worth locating a Tech Awakening gem from Rifts? In my opinion, Ghost is the strongest champion in the game. By far. So, if you also like Ghost, then I would say yes. Totally worth it. Not everyone likes Ghost, is the reason I say that. Because she does have her unique playstyle. Some people do not like Ghost. But otherwise, I would say yeah. Absolutely. She's incredibly strong. Especially the deeper you get in this game, the crazier the nodes get. And the more she's able to just kind of play around them and act as if the defender's not even there. The opponent, you know, they get their special 3. Ah, whoop-de-doo. Can't deal any damage as long as you have Hood on the team. She's useful for, like, I don't know, 50% of the paths in Act 6. So yeah, I would say totally worth it. Congrats though, man. That's good stuff. Two good pulls right there. Steel sent over another buck. This man's name BG. Was at work last night. I work at a supermarket/grocery store, and one of the customers asked me where they could find the steak. Said, if you want the best beef, look up BG versus Seton SmackDown. Oh my god, really? Wow, what'd they say? Were they into it? Thanks for getting the word out. Rip 934, what's up, man? Saying just did Abyss, 6-star Supreme, first dupe. And Classic Daredevil, Tech Tier 5 Class Catalyst, and 6-star Mutant Awakening Gem. How's the grind going, BG? Dude, first off, the grind's going well. Thank you for asking. Congrats, man. That Sim Supreme dupe is pretty awesome. That Classic Daredevil, well, you know, maybe they'll buff him at some point. But yeah. Good stuff, man. Congrats on the Abyss clear. LT Pokemon Nation saying I sent on Discord. I'm sorry, man. Like I said, I don't really use Discord like that. If you could send it on Twitter, that's the only thing that I use for, like, if you want to send me a picture or something. Discord, I use it occasionally, but like it's not even open at the moment. Use it just for calls. Don't really get involved with messaging so much. But if you could send it over on Twitter, then I could take a look. Or maybe it was just a... No, I was just checking my Twitter just to make sure you didn't accidentally say the wrong thing. But yeah, I got nothing here. Thank you for another 2, man, but yeah. I just don't use Discord like that. Orplexing sent over 2 as well, saying just stopping by to say good luck on that 151 spot. Oh man, Orplexing, thank you so much. I hope I get it. What a dream it would be to be 151. Maybe at some point in my life here I'll be lucky enough. I've come close. I was like 164. I think that was the closest to 151 I ever was. Send over another buck, Jesse? I think so. Saying more specifically, I want to complete Labyrinth. I have 440 Void for Wolverine. I want to use Aegon for the rest. As a 4-star? I mean, I don't really recommend going through Labyrinth with 4-star champions. That is the one to go with if you really just want to push the limits and do Labyrinth as fast as you possibly can on a new account. Then yeah, rank up that Aegon. But I can't really recommend anyone to do Labyrinth with 4-star champions anymore. 5 stars have become so much more available. There's other content in the game that is arguably more rewarding than Labyrinth as well, like the variants and stuff. So that'd be my recommendation. But if you wanna do your own thing, then yeah, go with Aegon. Yeah, on my McFabio account, if I pulled Aegon, I'd probably try something like that. So I can't really, you know, I can't fault you for wanting to hop in there. But it's still not something that I could actually recommend. Dude, James, you just said over 50 bucks? James Bechel, thank you so much. That is super generous of you, saying, hey BG, good luck on the grind. Also, finally got Legends title. Congrats, man. Congrats on the Legends title, dude. Good stuff. Thank you so much. Super generous of you. Yeah, I'm guessing you just got it from this last month, huh? I saw a few people sent over tweets of them getting it too. Congrats, man. Good stuff. Let's keep bringing in these rank 2 5 stars. Easy. Hand it over, Buck. Let me see where you're at. Where is it? Is it this one? BG, if a fly doesn't have wings, is it a walk? Ugh. Easy, that's terrible, man. Boo. Here's I'm going to target the Cosmic Gem. Should I use it on Corvus, Hype, Medusa, or Sparkles? It's a tough one, dude. I would probably go with Corvus, because you run Suicides now, right? I'd probably go with Corvus. The Awakening ability for him, Death Immunity and all, it's just super strong. But it is a little bit of a tough call, just because he can be played unawakened, but still I'd recommend. Steven said it over £2, saying, "Where's Tom?" Popping by for live puntastic jokes. Tom, what day is today? Yeah, I think Tom's working, because he always gives me crap about doing day streams on certain days. So he might be working right now. Unfortunately, there's no Tom jokes for you to hear live. But Steven, thank you very much for the 2. And Callum sent it over 5 as well, saying, "Let's go, Brian." Thank you, man. Appreciate it, dude. Appreciate the support. BG finally finished Variant 1. Sohaib, nice, man. Some tough content. Pull the skill, rank 5 gem, Sig 20 stealthy, Sig 180 blade, wait for fury. My only skill, rank 5, is Aegon. Well, by the sounds of it, it doesn't sound like you really need any of those champions at rank 5 at the moment. If you're questioning whether to wait or stealthy and blade, pretty different champions, I'd say. But yeah, at this point, this far into the game, you gotta rank up who you need for the content. So I can't really make that call for you. It's gotta be, you know, look ahead to what your next goal in the game is and rank accordingly. I don't know if you're interested in the Abyss at all, but I hear Stealth Spidey is pretty decent for the Abyss fights. Some of them at least. Okay. What's up, Dreamin'? What's up, MSD? MSD's on fire today with the spammers. People spamming. Don't spam, guys. Why, oh why? Tweeted it? Okay. Alright, let me take a little look here. Alright. Is this... Let's see. Okay. So... Wait, crap. How far in the game are you? You just got Cavalier, you said, I think, right? Okay, so and if you haven't played for 2 years, I don't know if you've checked out the variant difficulty at all yet, But now that you're Cavalier, I would honestly get the heck out of Act 6. For now, you know, go back later. But get the heck out of Act 6 and complete some of the variant difficulties. They're super rewarding. They allow you to rank up a lot more champions, and that you're going to need a lot of champions to help you get through Act 6. Act 6 has some pretty specific fights to it. You could use Star-Lord and Doc Ock to work on Variant 3, since it's a kind of tech-based variant. Or you can try your best to get through the first chapter of Variant 4. By the way, they kind of goes opposite order. So in game, from left to right, it's 4, 3, 2, 1 in terms of how we call the variants, because they, you know, we name them by release, and kabam, they just decided to go opposite of us to make it a little confusing if you haven't played in a while. But yeah, I would look more towards the variants closer on the left side. The variant all the way on the left side, Variant 4. The first chapter is kind of rough to get through. You can only use 5- and 6-star champions. But then after that, it's actually not that difficult. The game, it has requirements on it where it basically goes like the first quest is 5- and 6-star champions. Second quest is only 5 stars. Then 4 stars, 3 stars, 2 stars, 1 stars. So you'll actually already have the champions to be able to complete some of the other chapters, as long as you can get through the first one. The first one is a little bit annoying, but it's not bad. If you got Cavalier, you can handle it. So I'd recommend doing that. As for who you should rank right now, I mean, Namor's Awakened. Yeah, I probably would go with Namor. There's been some champions buffed. I'm looking for some of those. Unless I'm missing it. Oh, here we go. You do have Colossus. Colossus is actually super strong now, believe it or not. Very, very strong champion. Does not need to be awakened. The awakening ability is nice for the longer fights, but if your Namor is not high Sig level, then I'd actually recommend investing the resources into Colossus. Thing is also super strong for Variant 2, where you need XL size champions. Look up some videos on Thing in Variant 2. Yeah, that's probably a good search. Thing Variant 2. People use synergies, and you're able to just crush fights with him if you can get him ranked up. So I'd recommend starting out with that stuff. By the way, someone asked for a Ghost video too. Was it World's Finest Dudes? I'm sorry if I didn't comment on that part of it. I've never really watched a Ghost guide, so I don't know what Ghost guides are out there. If you're looking for more info on how to play him, I would, you know, first you could search for a Ghost guide, but then you could also just check out, a lot of people live stream with Ghost. There's been a lot of Legends runs done with Ghost, which, Legends run, you can't always learn the most from Legends runs, because people are, you know, just trying to play as fast as they can, rather than always playing, and doing what they should be doing in fights, things like that, you know. But yeah, I would look to that stuff. Look up some videos on how to use your thing. Pry guy. Yeah, collaborative time. That's pretty accurate. Alright. I hate scrolling down for these rank 2 champions. I think Coat was saying yesterday that I don't even have to once I use my lowest ones, but just to play it safe, I'm gonna keep scrolling. Wonder if BG will ever go for oh, is that the new Black Widow? Wonder if BG will go for Black Widow after CCP video? I haven't even played her yet. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make a video on her. I'll try my best, guys, but I've been pretty busy with the grind. So, to be honest, I don't think I'm gonna like her. Maybe she'll surprise me. Maybe I'll be happily surprised, but she's got 7-hit combos, and any champion that has more than a 5-hit combo, I just find them annoying to play. I'm not saying they're bad, like Domino's really good, right? But her 6-hit combos, I just kind of hate playing her. So, yeah, and hey, sometimes I rank up these champions. I haven't ranked up Stealth Spidey yet, but I might rank him up for the Abyss or something like that, you know? Sometimes you gotta play with champions that you don't necessarily love playing with to get through content. Actually, yeah, Aegon has a 6-hit combo. I forgot his second medium, right? 6-hit combo. Here's another case. I don't really love playing Aegon, you know. He's extremely powerful, but I probably won't play him a ton, to be honest. But I will certainly use him to get through the Abyss and things like that. Ghost doesn't use 5-hit combos. Is that why you refuse to get her? Yeah, that's true too, man. Ghost is a 1-hit combo. 1 to 3-hit combo. What about Infinity Man? Yeah, I don't play Infinity Man a ton. I honestly use Infinity Man's light attack at the end of his combo more than his medium anyway. Because his light attack is the repulsor hit, so once you have a plasma going, it's kind of better to use the light attack. He's ignoring everything because of the tangents. Oh, I'm sorry, Hunter. I don't mean to ignore, man. You know it. Like how he ignores Fabio, Pixie Bell. I'm sorry. Is that you two talking about me ignoring both of you? I'm sorry. I see you put some cutoffs in the chat too. I'm working on I'm still working on setting up stream stuff. About the cutoffs. Because somebody sent a message that apparently you can't see the description of videos if you watch on a console like Xbox or something, which is kind of crazy that you're not able to do that. I would think there's got to be a way to do it, but hey, maybe not. Maybe the YouTube app on those platforms is just really crappy. But something that I wanted to do before all that anyway was like this screen, which is I still don't have everything set up right with like the chat name colors if they pop up here, which they will in a second. And this is not, you know, the cutoffs here. It's not going to look like this. I was just marking them down this way just to start playing around with how I want to format it on the screen. Why is it not working? Oh, you know what? I mess around with the code a lot. The chat function's probably busted just entirely because I was really messing around with things, and I saved it even though I knew it wasn't gonna work, just to go back to it later. Anyway, there's a lot of things that I'm working on changing for the streams and my videos in general. Hey, I'm gonna get rid of this headset. There's this really cool software that's just came out from NVIDIA, the graphics card people, and it's got some crazy noise suppression capabilities. And I never wanted to have just a microphone outside of a headset because, well, I live in an apartment building and there's constantly noise all around me. So yeah, that was just never something that I was even considering. But this software seems crazy good, man. Like, ridiculously good. I wish we were on Twitch right now, because then I'd pull up a YouTube video, but I can't do it here, because then YouTube will ban me. But I would, I'd recommend looking into it. I don't know what I can't remember what it's called. It's like RTX Sound or something like that. So I've been looking into exactly what I need to set all that up, and yeah, it's going to take some time and everything, but there's going to be a lot of changes. Hopefully for the better, but I'm still working on things. So if people don't exactly like the way things are set up right now, don't worry. Things will be better. Matt, send it over too. Matt, thank you very much, saying, BG, please help. Can't figure out how to use my man thing. Well, I've got a couple of videos that demonstrate how to use your man thing. If you want to look into those. I mean, the quick guide for man thing is this. I actually can't tell if that's a if that's just a man thing joke or not. So I'm gonna respond as if it's not a joke. So man thing, he's kind of simple. You have ways to stack buffs on the opponent. Kind of like Voodoo puts buffs on the opponent. You have ways to stack these, and then you have ways to nullify them. And when you nullify them, you put an armor break and a poison on the opponent. And ideally, you're running Mystic Dispersion. I actually don't like Man-Thing unless I'm running high levels of Mystic Dispersion. Like 5 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion. It's not required, but, you know. I really like having high levels of Mystic Dispersion. Anyway, so to apply these buffs to the opponent, use your special 1 or your special 3. And to nullify the buffs off the opponent, you do a heavy attack or a special 2. And that's pretty much it. Stack buffs, nullify. There's a couple, maybe little finer details that you can gain from some of the videos that I uploaded, but otherwise, that's it. Matt, different Matt this time. Matt Renner sent it over, Buck. Thank you very much. Saying, BG, how do seahorses move? They scallop. With the smiley face after. Knowing exactly what you're saying. Boo. Thank you very much for the buck, though. Alright, how many more rank 2s do we gotta scroll down and get? Looks like a bunch still. That's okay, though. You ever consider going back to Twitch? I go back and forth on Twitch all the time. I don't know. Not for MCOC. I should clarify that right up front. Not for MCOC. No, MCOC is always going to be YouTube. But for years now, I've always been saying, like, yeah, every once in a while maybe I'll go casually just play a different game on Twitch or something, and I never have. So I may still do that at some point. And then also Realm of Champions is coming out sometime this year, as long as it hasn't been delayed by all the craziness, right? But they previously said, at least at Comic-Con, that Realm of Champions was coming out this year. And nobody knows any info about that game. We don't have any gameplay yet, so I don't know if I'm going to like it, but I'm going to at least try it out. And yeah, like the first time I try it out, it's just going to be on this channel, because maybe that's the only time I ever play the game. However, if I actually like the game, then I don't know where I'm going to play that game, if it's going to be on YouTube or if it's going to be on Twitch. The first time I went to Twitch, YouTube had like nothing for features, man. YouTube's features were garbage. They're still pretty far behind Twitch in terms of features. but it's not total garbage anymore. And if more people for that game just prefer YouTube or something, well, kind of go where the people are, you know. It's kind of what you guys prefer at the end of the day that matters more than what I prefer. Not for everything. There's some things that it would just make me miserable or something, but you know, if it's just between Twitch and YouTube, I'm kind of okay with either. They both have things that I kind of hate. There's this weird thing on Twitch going on right now that looks kind of quick Twitch tangent. With the game Valorant, I don't know if you guys have heard of that game. Probably have. It's kind of a big deal, pretty popular. I have no interest in playing it, by the way. Not my type of game. But anyway, they have like this giveaway set up, and that's how you like gain access to the game. And it's kind of, in my opinion, like hurting the Twitch platform, because then people just have to constantly be doing giveaways instead of just actually having fun playing games, which is what it should all be about. So I don't know. Anyway, I'll end the tangent there. We don't need to go too deep into it. Whoa, RTX voice even has suppression for incoming audio? Dude, it's crazy. It's actually so crazy, like how good it is. When your tangent is over, okay, Hunter. Since I missed all of your other messages before, where is your last one? PG, couldn't you make your face cam more rectangular and smush the gameplay underneath the chat feed so you can fit more text inside the layout? Maybe fit a subtext around it to look more sleek? Wait, what? Face cam more rectangular. I don't, so, okay. Do you mean like cut off the bottom or the top of it? Hold on. Hold on. Make face cam more rectangular and smush the gameplay underneath the chat feed so you can fit more text inside the layout. I'm not sure I'm following. If you're able to like maybe use like Paint or Photoshop or whatever to help illustrate, because I'm not totally sure what you're saying. Smush the gameplay underneath the chat feed so you can fit more text inside the layout. Maybe fit a subtext around. Yeah. I've read it 3 times now to not get it, so I'm sorry, man. PG, do you know if the 500 unit profile pictures return? I've been wanting a certain one, but I didn't play when it was out. I don't think we've ever seen them come back. I could be wrong in that. To be honest, I don't really look at the profile pictures a whole lot. So, I don't know for sure. Maybe someone else in the chat has info about that. But I don't think they come back. When are we getting some Black Widow gameplay from CCP program? I'm not sure. There's an embargo date, but I'm not even sure if we're allowed to share those dates and stuff. But I also just don't even know it off the top of my head. So. Speaking of commercials and giveaways, BG, have you heard of this game Raid Shadow Legends? I don't know anyone actually plays it, but I see commercials all the time. Oh, I've heard of it. I've also never played it. I don't know if they've ever reached out to me. They probably have. I just don't even I don't have an email. I don't have a business email attached to anything. They've probably there's like a way to direct message on YouTube, and I haven't checked that in, oh god, since about 6 months after I made the YouTube account, I think. I don't even remember how to get to it. Don't waste 500 units on pictures, I waste units on cows, yeah. Have you gotten to play around with her yet or not? Nah, I haven't. Even if I did, I couldn't really talk about her, you know. Done talking to Kevin here, freaking Jelly Spotter. Pixie Bell, I'm sorry. Focused on the grind, and my tangents, of course. What is your last? CCP doesn't keep her, that's correct. What noise? That's you going off on tangents? Yeah, well maybe this new software could help with that. Maybe I won't go off on tangents then. EG, can you rank all of the Spideys, please? They've got different uses in this game. This game doesn't really work that way, you know? I mean, sometimes it can be fun to talk about, like, you know, champions you think are more powerful and stuff like that, but realistically, this is how the game works. Each of these champions is just a tool. Tool in your tool belt, you know? And whatever, sometimes you need a hammer, sometimes you need a wrench. You just got to use the right champion for the job. Personally, though, all that said, I do think, I don't know, I kind of like Stark Spidey the best. It'd be between Stark Spidey and Stealth Spidey for, like, the most overall useful. And then I guess Spider-Gwen. Maybe I'm forgetting one of them. I don't know. Easy has a point. If you get sponsors, then they're paying for your Cav crystals, not you. So technically, you'd still be free to play. Nah. I wouldn't mind having a sponsor. I'm not against sponsors, even though I don't have a way for them to even contact me. I'm not against sponsors. I want to make that clear, though. But no, it doesn't matter who's paying for the Cav crystals. Unless they're with farmed units that I personally farmed, then I don't want them. GG, what's your suggestion on rank up priority? Don't have any content where a specific champ is needed, so just doing general rank ups. By rank up priority, do you mean like this? I would say Alliance Quest is top priority. You need to make sure you can get through your path with little to no items used, or just as few items as possible, because, you know, you basically Alliance Quest, you have to make it through. It's set up that way that if you don't make it through your path, kind of letting your team down, and it's kind of expected, right? So the lower you can make that cost, the better. Other content can wait. So after that, though, I would say you want to make sure you can get through solo content. It's kind of a combination between solo content and Alliance War attackers. Once you get far enough into this game, then I would say Alliance War attackers become higher priority than solo content. But early on, solo content is higher priority because the rewards there, they're just so much better in, like, the variant difficulties and things like that, where you can knock that stuff out and then readjust your priorities to Alliance War attack. After that, well, okay, so it's different. It's different depending on how far into the game you are, because I haven't even mentioned Prestige yet, and if you've completed all the content, then Prestige is like #1 priority. If you are, if you haven't completed all the content in the game, though, then Prestige, honestly, is something that you should just forget about. Who cares about Prestige? You know, just rank up to be able to complete content rather than giving you a tiny bit more points in Alliance Quest. That stuff's really more for like the high-end rankings. So yeah, and then Alliance War defense is the last thing that I haven't really mentioned yet. And Kind of depends on how focused you are on Alliance War. I would put it really low on the priority list, unless you're super focused on Alliance War. And even then, like I keep mentioning about like the variant difficulties and things like that, you're just going to be able to progress and get more rewards overall if you put a temporary hold on caring about Alliance War defenders until you have all that other stuff taken care of, and then go back for Alliance War defenders after that. Hopefully that's what you were talking about. If not, then whoops. There's only one relevant war attacker. There's Quake, then there's Poop. Is that who you're using? Using Quake these days, streaming? You only used her a little bit back when we were playing together, that I recall. Do you have a normal suicide or high PI suicide? No, it's just a normal. It's a suicide mastery build with 5 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion. The only reason I have 5 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion is because I had that for a previous quest. Otherwise, Mystic Dispersion's not really useful in here. BJ, I tweeted you, don't laugh at my goofy ass drawing. Okay. Let's check out your drawing. Oh man, this is great. What is this, dude? This is fantastic. I don't know what to make of this though. So the gameplay on the left side, then my big ass face over here. That's what you're saying? And then the chat all the way on the right side. So the gameplay would be like a third of a little bit more than a third. This is maybe like 40% of the screen. Is that what you're recommending? I think it's good. I think there's a lot of promise in that layout, in that design. I think it's good. BG asked you not to laugh. Rude. I couldn't help it. It was funny. It's good. It's a good kind of fun. I wasn't laughing at it. I was laughing with it, you know? It really captures the love in your eyes. It does, you know? Nobody watches the arena fights anyway. You know, Falstaff, I thought the same thing, but then people comment on my crappy Quake gameplay in the arena, even though I don't even know who I'm fighting with in the arena. I'm just doing regular 5-hit combo stuff with every single one of my champs. BG, what would you do if you got 151? Cry and then get ready for round 2, I guess. I feel like such a noob in this chat, but do you fight without looking? Sort of. I mean, I do look at my phone from time to time, but once I kind of have the fight locked in, I don't need to look as much. And then, I wish there was an easy way that I could show you guys my setup. When I get everything changed, when I change my setup completely around, I'll do like a little tour. And I mean a very little tour, because the room I'm in is tiny. My apartment is not very big at all. It probably looks bigger on camera than it actually is in here. But anyway. So I have, right where I'm reading what you guys are saying, I have a window next to it. My OBS window that shows exactly what's going on my phone, you know. It has a slight delay, but it's like barely noticeable. Talking a few milliseconds here, you know. So I'm able to glance over at that and or just use my peripheral vision even. 'Cause I don't always need to look at what I'm doing. I can just kind of see out of the corner of my eye. If they're dashing at me, parry. BG's just recording in Dreamin's closet? Yeah. How close are you to getting... Oh, jeez. And then sometimes things like that happen. How close are you to getting a 6-star rank 3 champ, and who? Not close at all. I don't even have a 6-star rank 2 champion. I'm going to be ranking up Torch soon, but... to rank 2, but he is not going to go to rank 3. So, I'm extremely far away from getting a rank 3 6-star champion. There's a chance that when I do Act 6 and the Abyss, maybe I'll have someone rank 3 worthy, but it's not even that high of a chance. So, yeah. BG with his 8-monitor setup. I actually only have one. It is an ultra-wide monitor, but it is only one. Allowed to use Black Widow in arenas? No. Nope. Not allowed to use the champion to gain any sort of unfair advantage over the competition in any way. Would be BG and the toilet paper. Is your closet just packed with toilet paper? Hey BG, wondering with your mastery points, when you finish Act 4 and at level 60, the game gives you enough mastery points to get suicides, right? Because that's the only way to get the mastery points. Wait, what? Hold on. Just wondering with your mastery points, when you finish Act 4 and at level 60, the game gives you enough mastery points to get suicide. You can get suicides without being level 60 and without completing Act 4. Here, let's check out this lovely website called Aunt May. Oh, let me load in my next set of champions here first. Put that all in there. Okay, let's drag this a little bit. And let's reset. So actually, I didn't really need to reset those, did I? Well, let's reset it anyway. Okay, so here's my kind of bare bones suicide mastery setup. 1 point here, 1 point here, max stupefy, 1 point dexterity, 1 point vitality, 2nd point there, 1 point max recovery, 4 points in block proficiency, a point in energy resistance, max physical resistance. That gives us 15 points to get willpower, which really should be maxed out if you're running suicides. Move up to the offensive stuff here. 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. Max out precision. Pop 4 points in the cruelty. Now we have the 15 points to open up the suicides. Max all this stuff out. Getting hit by Unstoppable Colossus while this is going on. Okay, so yeah, this is, I would say, the bare bones suicide mastery build that I'd recommend. And this is only 47 out of a possible 59 total points. So if you take away the, if you haven't done any of Act 4 yet, take away those 4 points. And let's see. I think level 52. If I did the math right on this, I think it's level 52 that you can get all this stuff without hitting Act 4. Christopher Cordova sent it over to Christopher. Thank you very much, saying worth it to bring my account positive from negative units. Ooh. I don't know how many negative units you got. It's kind of a personal choice, I would say there. The negative units, oh, I don't need to scroll down anymore, do I? Well, since I'm here. Almost out of 5 stars. The negative units from that happens when you do a refund, right? I mean, do you like the game? If so, worth? If you don't feel like playing anymore, I guess not worth, but yeah. Dude, thank you very much for the 2. I mean, I don't think MCOC is going anywhere anytime soon. And like, I actually think it's getting better as time goes on. There's lots of things that I really don't like about it. Hey, speaking of, if you guys didn't see Cameron's podcast, I think it's live now. And I talk all about the things I don't like about Alliance War there, if you're curious on that. But anyway, it's up to you at the end of the day. But Christopher, man, thank you very much for the 2, dude. Jason Wild Bunch, send over a buck. I get that, but with all your other mastery points plus suicides. Oh, with like the mastery build that I'm currently running? Yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to get your question wrong. But yes, I'm using all the mastery points I have available. After this fight, I'll flip to my current mastery build. It's really just a temporary mastery build. Oh, yeah, I'm getting my butt kicked. I swap my masteries around a lot. Oh, stinking Heimdall on the team. Get out of here, Spidey. Christopher sending over another 2 saying, I hear they ban your account afterwards. Shady? Do they? I don't know if I've ever talked to anybody that went through that process. So I actually have no idea what happens. That's the first time I'm hearing of this, though. At least. Interesting. I don't know. If anyone has experience with that process, put it in the chat. I can't see why they would ban you if... Because the whole reason they put negative units is just so people don't abuse the system by, like, popping open a few $100s worth of calves and then refunding that and then getting to keep all the stuff that they paid for. As long as Kabam gets their money, I don't see why they would ban you. Feels like this is the system to prevent people from getting banned for something like that. But again, I got no actual experience with it. Thank you for another 2. I don't know if anyone in here has said anything. Taking a quick look. Don't see any comments about it. Alright. Don't run, be couch potato. Sent over 2. First time meeting. Nice to meet you. Saying, Beaver, how are you? Fantastic. I went for a run. I know. Am I crazy or what? Anyways, while running I injured myself. Oh no, dude. Tripped down a hole and landed on my face? What? But on the ground, I found a message that said, Happy birthday, Beaver. It was a sign. Oh my god. Alright, I'm glad that was just a birthday thing and you didn't actually trip and fall on your face. That'd be pretty sad, man. That doesn't sound fun. Lakers don't run, be couch potato guard. Thank you very much for the 2. Joshua Arnfield sending over £2. Thank you very much. Hold on, let me load in this next team before I read your message. Saying, should I awaken Nick Fury or Blade? Going for Cavalier. It's a tough call. There's a lot of robots on the way to Cavalier. And I'm not sure how useful bleed-based champions are going to be for that process. Of course, they're not all bleed immune. Just talking about like some of the bosses and stuff like that. But getting there, you can use those champions. And I'm not sure which one's going to be more useful. The healing from Blade can really help to counter some of the degen damage. Nick Fury has some pretty good damage potential. Man, I actually don't know who's more useful in that case. It's a pretty tough call. I would... I'm kind of leaning towards... Oh, man. Every time I lean towards a certain way, I'm not sure. It's a tough call, man. If you have Cap Marvel, I would say just go with Nick Fury since you're going to be using the two together a lot. If you don't have Cap Marvel, do you have... what? Okay, actually, this is pretty important. So for Act 6, you can't bring in 4-star champions or lower. Do you have the Ghost Rider synergy? Do you have a 5-star Ghost Rider? If you don't have that synergy, then picking Blade would probably not be a good idea. But if you have that synergy, then I think I actually prefer Blade. Just because the healing that he has will help you get there. Like I said, there's a lot of degen damage. The opponents in the first chapter of Act 6 don't have crazy high attack, and with the as long as you can heal a little bit to recover that chip damage, I feel like you can get Cavalier for fewer units total, fewer resources total, if you had Blade Awakened compared to Nick Fury, just to have that heal. But again, it's kind of a tough call. If you just prefer one of those two champions over the other, or like I said, if you don't have the Ghost Rider synergy, then then I could easily see Nick Fury being the choice. But if everything's lined up, you got the Ghost Rider synergy, I probably would go with Blade. But again, man, really tough call. Thank you very much for the 2. Orange Juice sent it over €5 as well. Orange Juice, what's up, man? Saying BG finally pulled a high-level Wasp to pair with my Ghost in Act 6. Quick question: why do oranges wear suntan lotion? Because they peel. That a boo? Yeah, that's a boo. Boo. Congrats on your on your Wasp though. That's good at least. But boo, Orange Juice. Ugh. Maximus Savage sent over 20. Dude, Maximus Savage, thank you very much. Then you, sir, are a savage going for this arena. Thank you, man. Dude, super generous. Thank you very much for the 20. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate that, man. Joshua sent over another 2 saying I have Ghost Rider and Cap Marvel. Oh god, that just makes this decision that much harder, huh? Damn, dude. Yeah, I don't know. They're honestly, you can't go wrong either way. With Cap Marvel, I think that does sway me more towards Nick Fury, only because I feel like the further you get in this game, that combo is potentially stronger than the Blade Ghost Rider combo. So I'd probably go Nick Fury in that case, but you could also just use Nick Fury unawakened, have that synergy and everything. So I don't know, man. I don't know if that's right. Maybe it is still right just to go with Blade. Tough call. What would you guys all do? Because that's a pretty tough call, I'd say. Will you be streaming regular time? Pixie Bell, yeah. Yeah, I'll be here my normal time tonight. When's the Hulkbuster buff live? I'm not sure if it's going to be in the next update or the one after, maybe. Use Fury Marvel for Cavalier myself. Okay. BGU actually free to play? Yep. Nick and Cap Marvel. are so insane. He really likes that sig. Blade is better for beating early content. Nick is better for late. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Blade being better for early content and Nick Fury being better for late. But we're talking about getting Cavalier, which is kind of... It's late content when you look at the game as a whole, but it's still... I just don't know how strong Nick Fury is actually going to... I mean, of course he's going to be good for some of it, but... Yeah, I guess I would just go Nick Fury playing the longer game. But honestly, you can go either way. I see a bunch of people voting Nick Fury. Seems like that's the... yeah, it seems like Nick Fury's getting a lot more votes. I still think you can go either way, and it's a lot of personal preference. But Joshua, that's the community poll, I would say, leaning more towards Nick Fury. He's actually proud of that one. I'm sorry to have to boo it, Orange Juice. UG, when are you gonna tell us about how to get perfect shine? Hold on. When are you gonna tell us how to get the perfect shine? Is this without the bald cap? Without a bald cap, I mean, it's MSD. It's 2020, dude. Get yourself a bald cap. You don't want to be behind. Like, listen, I know not everybody's wearing bald caps yet, but soon. And you don't want to be one of those people jumping on the bandwagon late. You know, you want to be an early adopter. You want to be able to have those pictures that you can go back to and be like, look, I was wearing a bald cap before anyone else. You know what I mean? It takes care of a lot of the shine. All right, we're out of 5 stars to use. Just have the content creator champion, which I cannot use in the arena. I'm not going to be streaming for too much longer, but we can run some 4 stars here. It's still a little bit early. I don't want to end the stream just yet, so we'll get some good rounds of the 4 stars in. What if I just shave my head, tattoo my entire body silver, and ride a surfboard? MSD. Just when I thought that I've heard all of the dumbest ideas in the world, you come out with this brilliant idea and totally redeem all of humanity. I'd say go for it, man. I say absolutely. Highly recommended. It was kind of a Dumb and Dumber quote, but I changed it a bit. If anyone thought that sounded familiar. BG, I'm going to take Spider-Gwen to rank 5 over Ghost, Thing, and Torch. On a scale of 1 to 10, how insane do you think I am? I don't want to talk about it. The number can't fit on that scale. I mean, that's cool if you want to go with a little bit more of a unique option in Spider-Gwen. But, yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, at least. But you do you, man. You do you. Basically only use my Blade / Spidey / Ghost Rider for map 4 these days, but I take my Cat Marvel / Fury into as many paths as are allowed in Act 6. Yeah. Alright, last thing I'll say about it, because we kind of wrapped up with everyone saying Nick Fury. You know, I didn't have a Blade when going through that content. But I don't know, man. I almost feel like for getting Cavalier that I would find Blade to be a little bit more useful. But again, Nick Fury, beyond that, plus he has Cap Marvel already and everything, so it's probably the way to go. Anyway, Alan. Ah, dude, send it over 10. Thank you so much. Saying, BG, you can read my tweets. I don't want to consume text on stream. Better Twitter. Looking to finish Act 6-3 and 6-4. And haven't done any variants. Could you please assist in advice on rank ups? Sure, dude. Thank you so much for the very generous 10. I will check that out in just a second. Wait, Lakers bodyguard. We're also saying I did injure my foot running, but it was cool to mess with you with it. Finding laughter and pain. Okay, well, bummer on getting hurt, man. Hopefully it ain't too serious. Okay, alright, Alan, let me find your... Did you send it over recently, Alan? Because I don't see anything here recently. Unless, is your Twitter possibly marked private? We had that come up today as to why I wasn't seeing someone's tweet, but I actually don't see anything. Like, here, I'll put my feed on screen. I've got the picture that Hunter made, and then someone replying to someone else. And refresh. Changing this. I got nothing. If it was not recent, I could try to scroll and find it, but I did a little bit of that and didn't see anything in the past couple of hours at least. Wait, hold on, I see it now. Let me see. Ooh, we got Bonesaw in here too. Loving all the streams. Hope you get Aegon. Can we get a high five to the screed for Hoochie Wife? Oh no, dude. I'm so sorry to hear that about her mom. It feels wrong to high five that. But I'm not high fiving that. I'm just high fiving the two of you because you guys are awesome. So, all right, Alan. Let me see. This could be my first rank 2 6-star or third rank 5 5-star. A lot of options. Okay. Here's the thing. I don't know how you feel about Ghost, but I personally think she is the strongest champion in the game. Not only do I think that she's just incredibly useful for general purpose content, but I also think she is super powerful for Variant 3, which is one of the 2 variants that I'd recommend starting with. It doesn't look like you run the Suicide Masteries, just judging by the PI of your champions. So I know some people don't necessarily like to run Ghost without Suicides, but I also know a bunch of people that do like to play Ghost even without Suicides. So I'd recommend Ghost for that reason, though. For Variant 3, probably useful in Variant 4 too. I just I don't know. Variant 4 is a little funny since you could only use the champions in like the first chapter, but. Ghost is fantastic. For general purpose stuff, Colossus is amazing. I don't know how good he is for any of the variants. He might still be okay for them. But I would say he's not like a super... He's not like a variant superstar type of champ. Of course, you've got a bunch of other really good champions here. Oh, hold on. Let me... Because you mentioned 6-star champions. What I'm looking at so far is telling me don't rank a 6-star champion. You've got some extremely powerful 5-star champions that I recommend going with first. And your 6-stars are not bad, especially that Heimdall I see poking his head up. Yeah, there we go. That's a beautiful 6-star to have. Just for the synergies for Act 6 and everything. Oh, you got the Hood synergy to take you through Act 6 too. If you do go with Ghost, that is. But yeah, I wouldn't go with a 6-star. I would totally go with a 5-star, and Ghost is my recommendation, but again, not everyone likes Ghost. If you don't like Ghost, then screw my recommendation. You got to rank the champions that you're actually gonna like and play and stuff. Hold on a sec. Or wait, where did you say? It was in your super chat, I think. Okay, so looking to finish Act 6.3 and 6.4. Okay, so you're all... Okay, and haven't done any of the variants. Okay. So for 6.3 and 6.4, Colossus is amazing. Aegon will be useful as well. Torch has his moments, but honestly, I would probably stick to... Me personally, and I don't think you're running suicides. I'd probably go with like Colossus or Ghost. But there's definitely room to go with someone else like Aegon, or Torch or something. But that's what I would do. Is like 100% the play I would make would be Ghost, and then I would go into the variants. I wouldn't even go into 6.3 and 6.4 until I did some of the variants, get some other champions ranked up, then go back to Act 6 content, is what I would do. Alan, hope that helps a little bit. I was just looking to see some of your other messages. Just asking how long I'll be streaming. I'm only going to be streaming for another, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes or so. Gotta actually make a phone call after the stream, so I gotta make sure not to go too late. Okay, Blasphemy, sending over 867. Blasphemy, thank you very much. Hold on, let me load in some other champions here. Lagging a little bit behind on getting these champs in. Saying, hey BG, please help. Or help please. If I have a bucket in one hand that holds 5 gallons and another bucket that holds 2 liters, how many buckets do I have? Also, 5309? What? Hold on. I am, oh, I see. The 8675309. Okay, okay. To match your super chat. Got it. I think this might be a trick question, but I think you are a bucket. Is that the answer? I think, if I'm not mistaken, I can actually pull up an image. The answer to your riddle is this guy right here, Mr. Bucket. Oh man, I actually had this toy growing up, man. The greatest theme song for any toy ever. It was just like Mr. Bucket, balls pop out of my mouth, something like that. It was great. Did I get it right? All right, Chris sent over 2 as well with the Hey You pair. What do we got here, man? BGE, not sure if you answered. Do you use TweetDeck? TweetDeck? I don't think so, because I don't know what TweetDeck is. About to Google it. TweetDeck. TweetDeck is your personal browser for staying in touch with what's happening now. Oh. Welcome to TweetDeck. Get started. Managing multiple accounts. Custom Twitter experience. No, I don't use this. I didn't even know it was a thing. Thank you for the 2, though. Do you use it? Is it good? BG, gotta work at 9, but I will be listening. Please use your sultry inviting Lord to 7-Eleven for the first time voice. Oh man, I don't know what that voice was. I was a bit younger, and honestly, much quieter. It was probably like, hey, I'm going to 7-Eleven. You want a Slurpee? I think that was it. Guillotine 2099 is bad for Biscuit's hit cab. Yeah, I guess someone was asking about that. Phone call? Pretending you know people, huh? Yeah, dude. Totally pretending. And automatically loads in new tweets so you don't have to refresh. Oh, I don't normally. So, okay. Just to be clear, I don't normally have to refresh. Like, if I. Hold on, let me get out of this fight because I am losing. Holy crap. Of course, that didn't hit fast enough. Who uses Miles Morales in the arena, man? What kind of monster? Be using all these champions that could potentially defeat me. Alright. If I stay on... Where is it? If I stay on this page, it'll update automatically. Well, actually... It won't move off of this screen, but it'll let me know there's... Okay, I guess it is different. Either way, I actually prefer to stay on this screen, just so that it doesn't distract me. And then if someone asks me to go to Twitter, then I go back to like the notification side of things. Can you buy an Aegon at 7-Eleven? I think so, dude. They got iTunes gift cards there, right? It's actually been a while since I've been to 7-Eleven. I don't actually know if they do or not. Had to stop going to 7-Elevens, man. Feeds my addiction of Slurpee and candy. Will Mr. Bucket be a playable character this year? Ah, I hope so. I really hope so. How's your pace going with this Arena BG? It's going pretty well. I didn't miss out on any sleep or anything like that last night, so of course my score could have been higher. And I'm also not using my 330 champions. I thought I would use them, but I don't know. A little bit lazy when it comes to the 330s. I'm trying to get some work done between the arena grinds. And actually, you know, yesterday I think I said I only had like 20 or 30 minutes between rounds if I used my 440s and 554 stars. But I actually have a lot more time than that. I guess it was shorter because I was either going slow or people were hitting helps. I don't know. But I actually have about an hour as long as I'm focused on getting through my 4 stars. And then I got a full hour to try to work on some other stuff. It's still good. You can load in your timeline mention. Oh, hold on. Who uses Guillotine 2099 in the arena, man? I'm going to need people to stop using champions that came out after 2015 in the arena. Just stick to the 2015s. Damn it. This lady's making me miss. Still good. You can load in your timeline mentions, specific users, and more all on one screen. I use it mostly for news for my job. Like a data feed. I mean, it sounds pretty cool, but yeah, I get distracted too easily. You guys probably can tell. I get distracted really easily. So, this isn't even the home page for Twitter. Like this is the home page, right? And I had to stop going to the home page. So even people I follow on Twitter, I don't really see what they're tweeting because I would just get distracted looking on Twitter too much. So like I changed it so that I always just come to my own page here, and then only check when people ask me to check. I mean, I do check Twitter throughout the day occasionally, so I do see some things that get tweeted, but you know. I try to be more intentional with it. Otherwise, man, it just... all this stuff, it's too much, guys, you know? All the different things that we look at on the internet all day, man. It's all a gigantic distraction. Before you know it, the entire day is gone. And you realize that you've been looking at videos on how to... Oh, I still have it on screen. Whoops. Realize that you spent the better part of your day looking at videos on YouTube on how to clean a grand piano, even though you've never had nor will you ever have a grand piano, you know? BG complains about Morales, old champ. BG complains about Guillotine, new champ. What do you want, BG? I want to fight Gamora, Iron Fist, and Daredevil. Let's say those 3 champions. I want to fight those 3 champions every single round in the arena. Every other champion, too difficult. Speaking of Twitter, BG, thoughts on my latest and greatest masterpiece? What is your latest and greatest masterpiece? Did you send over another one? I didn't. I think I skipped it because I thought it was the same one. Is it this? Also, could you make a new and improved big heg mode layout like this? I'll tell you what. No. but I may have a surprise. It's a minor surprise, alright? I don't want to get your hopes up. Very small, teeny, itsy bitsy surprise that I'll show you later tonight. I don't have it set up right now. Please make that face an emoji. Should I make that emoji? Symbiote Supreme has amazing buff, control, and damage. Yeah, Sim Supreme. Solid champ. Oh, guess what? This is not Burger King. You cannot have it your way. That's true. BG's gonna open the egg. We're finally moving on. I wish, man. I don't think so, though. It's probably not gonna open. Who should I awaken? Medusa, Void, Ghost, or Omega Red? Strong champions to awaken there. I would go with either Void or Omega Red, depending on either A, just what you need, or B, the masteries that you're using. If you run the Suicide Masteries, then I'd go with Omega Red. Also, you'd have to have some Sig Stones to go with him, because he's not one of those champions where 1 Sig level is enough. And if you're not running Suicides, then I would generally go with Void, who does only need 1 Sig level. He benefits a ton from higher Sig levels, but even 1 Sig level is a huge deal for Void. And is kind of a game changer. BG currently stuck on 5.2.2 Power Shield. My team is Medusa, Gwenpool, Torch, Warlock, Starkey. I'm taking the short path, keep getting intercepted, or I mess up. Farthest I've gotten is Iceman. Any tips? Don't get intercepted. That might sound like a jerk thing to say, but I'm serious. That's my tip. Like, the only way to get intercepted, there's 2 ways. One, either you are trying to intercept, which I don't recommend. Intercepting is for the pros out there, man. You don't see me intercepting that much. It's all about parries. Parries is the name of the game, you know? Way safer. Sure, you could take some block damage from parrying, but a lot less risk to it. And yeah, you don't need to do anything fancy to get through that content, you know? Or the other way to get intercepted is if you're dashing back, and of course, you know, if you dash back at the wrong time, sometimes you get hit, and it happens. There's no real way to avoid that. I mean, there is a way to avoid it. It's, you know, you could play differently to avoid it, but it happens to everybody. And yeah, you have good champions for it. It's just a matter of just kind of tightening things up. Relying on those parries, not going for intercepts is my advice, at least. How'd you get Black Widow? I'm in the content creator program. I don't actually get to keep Black Widow. Temporary access. I make a video. They take champion back. Can't use her in the arena. PG been grinding for Guillotine 2099 for the past 2 days. Getting kind of burnt out at 4 mil right now. Just wondering if you think it'd be okay for me to stop and still gain the character. Yeah. Congrats on your Guillotine. You don't need to put up a single point. There is no such thing as 100% guaranteeing getting the champion in the arena because we don't know. Hey, there might be, I don't know, 15,000 people out there that just suddenly decide to put up 10 million points in that arena, right? But let's face it, that's not happening. So yeah, no, you're done, man. You put up way more than enough points to get Guillotine 2099. Go play a different arena or anything else. What type of advice is this? What type of advice is what? My anti-intercept advice? Is that what you're talking about? BG's advice, get good. I hope it didn't come off that way too much. I made a slight joke at that at the beginning, but seriously, I don't recommend intercepting. I don't recommend going for intercepts. It's a less reliable way to play the game. Like, if you're really good at intercepting, okay, sure. You know, knock yourself out, but I don't recommend it unless you need to intercept. I recommend playing a safer playstyle. Are you boosting at all, or is that for final day? You know, I haven't boosted yet. I might. I kind of forgot about the boosts. I don't want to boost while on stream, so I wouldn't be doing that either way. But I wanted to crack open some crystals yesterday, some greater solo crystals, and use the 4-star boosts. I'm not going to use any 5-star boosts though. I only use those when I'm refreshing, and I'm not going to be doing any refreshing this arena. BG, is hype worth a generic or just a cosmic? Tough call, man. In the past, I would have said just cosmic, and that's probably what I'll say now. He can be played unawakened is the thing. He is better with the awaken ability, for sure. But he can be played unawakened, so I think what I would do is just play him unawakened, save the generic for someone who needs it more. If you're finding yourself using Hyperion a lot, though, well, then we could start thinking about it from like a cost perspective of, I mean, you know, if you're using the champion like crazy, then it could just be, it could save you a bunch of resources getting through quests, save you a bunch of units. You could then take those saved units and, you know, when Kabam releases a special offer for a generic awakening gem, you could pick up that gem, you know? So if you're using Hyperion a ton, worth it. In most cases, I would say probably save it for someone else. Today I learned it's super sketchy to get on top of a 2-story metal roofed house if you haven't eaten all day. Made it off alive though. Ooh, dude. I'm glad to hear you're still alive. Hey, can anyone tell me if you were allowed to choose an awakening gem, or are you given a random one? I actually don't know much about it. Hopefully someone else can answer. Someone's saying it's random. I thought you got to pick by the way people were talking about it before, but huh. I haven't done any of the Rift stuff yet myself. BG, what score are you going for? I'm just going as high as I can without refreshing. It's going to be over 60 million. I just don't know how much higher than 60 mil it's going to be. I'll do whatever I possibly can. And on that note, guys, I do need to go. Thank you all for hanging out, making the grind a little bit better. If you pick up the chronometer and you enter a rift and see a class of a gem you want, you can choose to use your chronometer to pick that lane. If you don't see the one you want, you can just go random. Ah, okay. So you get to say, okay. Yeah, okay. That is more of what I thought it was going to be. Okay. Okay. But yeah, James, dude, I don't know if you're still in here, but thank you so much for being today's biggest D. Thank you to everyone else too. There's a bunch of super chats and everything. So I really appreciate the support, everybody. I'll be back in about 3 hours and 15 minutes or so. Good luck if you are a grindin'. See you guys later.